Wednesday evening, friends and neighbors. Testuigi at the desk, and golly, it has been a hot minute, hasn't it? Last time I tried to stream, I ran face first into some internet connectivity issues, but I figured I'd start with a little bit of Perfect Team, give Dr. Dynastic an opportunity to bring the folks in. I see some of the limited edition cards have rolled out. The Flying Purple Baseball Beaters have had some spectacular luck in perfect drafts lately, to the point where we now have 30 Clubhouse stars, almost enough to go get Bartolo Colon. We're just waiting for him to get a proper discount. Where is he? Did he cycle out already? No, okay, so he's almost there. We're 10 Clubhouse stars short. We did get the new R.A. Dickey card. This is, of course, the theme team of all the players who played it more than one season on my Rocky save. Denver Till I Die, Rockies Till I Rot, Flying Purple Baseball Beaters, etc. But you will notice, not only are the Flying Purple Baseball Beaters in this conference, so are all three of my other theme teams. The Bob Cajun Bobs, the Barrett's Privateers, that is players who are Canadians or in the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame. We're saving up for the Pedro Martinez card there. And we currently are rocking the Diamond Jackie Robinson so he can play shortstop. Not too many Canadians know how to play shortstop, let's put it that way. Our backup is Abraham Toro. And the Hiroshima Team Redacted, arguably the most successful one of the bunch, and that's despite only having one catcher. Hello, future legend Munetaka Murakami, slugging the absolute snot out of the baseball. Newest acquisition there was Steve Ontiveros. When he played overseas, he just went by Steve, because otherwise Japanese people would struggle to pronounce Ontiveros. Steve is much easier. So they're in a bit of a playoff battle. Love to see it. And while we... Oh, looks like the raid is about to start, so I'm going to get back into the game. I'll do a perfect draft another time. So, the Angels. Despite Marty Oreno being a meddlesome fellow, we are doing really, really well. Part of that was we went out and laid out massive moolah for Hyunjin Ryu, who got posted it at age 25. 5 times 24.6 before an opt-out at age 30, and then 3 years at 24 million per. But you look at the stats, you look at the results. Worth it, so worth it. Jared Weaver's contract, that's the mistake. I mean, he did pitch a complete game 2-hitter last time out, so he's rounding into form. We still do have a bunch of reasonable contracts, but then we got the gargantuan ones in Pujols, thankfully not the real deal, which would run like till 2020. The Ryu deal, the Weaver deal, which Marty signed for me. Alex Gordon, I'm hoping can figure it out. Our outfield is crowded, but I'm hoping Alex Gordon can figure it out. If not, he'll probably pop the opt-out in 2015. Ionetta took the qualifying offer. CJ Wilson, that was not my signing, but it's working pretty well. Paul McAnulty has been just a guy, really. I'm trying to think, like, who would be... Oh, yeah, and Trout's going to hit Super 2 next season. Remember, once he hits ARB1, we can go for a long-term deal. And oh boy, is Trout on one this season. Just casually on pace for 11.9 wins above replacement. Turns out that moving him to left field instead of playing him in center was absolutely the right call. I mean, he can play center. He's a better left fielder. This was true even back then. I still keep trying to get the avoid Ks to improve. That's his only knock against him, that he strikes out too often. And the reason for that is because we've got Peter Borges manning center field. Gorgeous Borges. Hello. Welcome in, Raiders, from Dr. Dynastic. Hopefully your evening is going well. I am Tesweegie. This is Saving Mike Trout. Our mission is to get Mike Trout a ring before he retires. And I have some house rules in play, one of which is if I trade for a player, I cannot trade that player away, which is why we have guys like Casey Janssen and Lance Lynn occupying spots on the Untouchables. The other is the Ray Bork rule, where the oldest player in the majors at the time of the deadline, we have to try and acquire them at the deadline before we make our playoff push. Oh, as long as they haven't won a ring. So Rivera's good. I think we're actually going to have to try and trade for Darren Oliver. Question is, who the heck do the Blue Jays want? We'll have to get closer to the deadline. But I don't believe Darren Oliver has won a ring, which would qualify him. He is doing pretty well. Yep. He does not have a World Series ring. So Darren O would be the guy we get. I mean, he pitched fantastically for Toronto to the point where they gave him a pretty hefty contract. So if we trade for him, we're going to have to eat like $20 million next year. But that's next year's issue, and Lord knows he'd still be benefiting us with our team right now. Speaking of which, it's a lineup intro time. We are starting the stream session at home. I'm also going to be giving Freddie Galvis the start at short, Segura to third, give Alex Gordon a day off. And into the lineup intro we go. Yes, lineup intros, everyone's favorite part of what I do. It's my favorite too. Don't tell anyone. And now, tonight's starting lineup for your Anaheim Angels. Batting first, the third baseman, number 9, Gene Segura. Batting second, the shortstop, number 13, Freddie Galvis. Batting third, the left fielder, number 27, Mike Trout. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 5, Albert Pujols. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 56, Cole Calhoun. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 17, Chris Iannetta. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 97, Rafael Furcal. Batting eighth, the center fielder, number 25, Peter Borges. Batting ninth, the designated hitter, number 12, Jason Bay. And tonight's starting pitcher, the left-hander, number 33, C.J. Wilson. Alex Gordon and Juan Francisco getting the day off because Tampa Bay is sending David Price to the mound. Beautiful day in Anaheim. First matchup between these two division leaders. Rays leading the AL East. And the first pit or leadoff walk for Sam Fuld. I'll bring up another Canadian, Justin Morneau. Quick check-in. Oh, and it's a successful pickoff throw. C.J. Wilson nails Sam Fuld, leaking way too far off first base. One down. Swing and a miss. Morneau fans on the curveball. That'll bring up the dangerous Evan Longoria. Another full count on the way from Wilson. Line straight up the middle for a base hit. Borges was playing Longoria back. That'll be a 2-out single for Longo. Here's Mark Trumbo, formerly of these Angels, sent to the Rays last offseason in exchange for Wade Davis. He's turned it around in the Trop. Good for him. Hits that one to short. Bouncer to Galvis. Flips it to Furcal. Inning over. David Price, 27 years old. Looks like they gave him a decent extension, too, to keep him in the Bay Area. A lot of blue in those sabermetric numbers. Not getting traded to Detroit here, or to Toronto. And Segura lofts this to left. That'll fall for a base hit. Mark Trumbo misplays it a little bit. Segura is aboard. Given Vogt and Price, we're probably not going to be running too much. Freddie Galvis, 3-1 the count. Chopper up the middle. That will be a double play. Price able to get out of it. Good play, Bartlett to Sean Rodriguez to Keppinger. They want nothing to do with Mike. On 3-0, he's given the green light. Bounce to Longoria, inning over. Matt Joyce shifted around on him. Popped up on the infield. Galvis waves off Segura, inning. That'll be the first out of the inning. Here's Rodriguez, the second baseman. Could play short. Probably should play short. 75 range. Those guys don't come by too frequently. Not in historical play, anyway. Full count on Keppinger. Chop to second for Call. Easy flip over there. Raffy has really locked down that second base spot since coming over from St. Louis. Pujols, drill to center field, playable. That hangs up long enough for Fuld. Sam Fuld, 85 range in the outfield. Good grief. And he's hitting well this season. Calhoun's also having a decent breakout year, batting .300. With Chop to first, Keppinger's flip to Price is in time. 2 down here, bottom of second. Bring up the catcher, Iannetta. Popped up, sailing foul. Keppinger makes the grab. 1-2-3 inning for both pitchers. Here's Vogt now. Batting 178 on the season. Line to right center field. Borges lines it up. 1 away. Here's Jason Bartlett, the shortstop. 2-2 on the way from Wilson. Called strike 3. Curveball froze him. That curveball is one of his better pitches. Another full count pitch to Sam Fuld. This time he strikes out swinging. 3 Ks for CJ. For Call, Borges Bay now. Price has faced the minimum. And Furcal works a leadoff walk. Furcal bluffs. Throw is way inside. Or pitch is way inside. And that's a stolen base for Furcal. Borges squares to bunt, fouls it off. And swings and misses on a pitch way outside. That slider was devastating. One away runner at second for Jason Bay. Back-to-back Ks for David Price. Here's Segura. And he strikes out the side after giving up the leadoff walk. Oof, ouchie my bones. Morneau watches strike 3 sail past. Curveball working wonders here so far for CJ Wilson. 0-2 on the way to Longoria. Called strike 3. 0-2 on the way to Trumbo. And Wilson strikes out the side. Galvis at least avoids the strikeout. Weird throw by Rodriguez, but Keppinger picks the short hop for the first out. Trout now. Oh, that might travel a bit. Nope. Brings up long enough for Trumbo. Good catch there. Pujols will pick up a 2-out single. Drops in front of Joyce. Calhoun swings and misses on a pitch way outside. Price's slider doing numbers here so far. That's 4 straight strikeouts for Wilson. Almost 5, but instead that'll be a line drive to left. Sean Rodriguez aboard. Double play depth here up against Keppinger. Fly ball to right. Calhoun tracks it down. 2 away. Here's Vogue now. Full count. High drive. Deep to right field. Tracking it is Calhoun in front of the track. He brings it in. Iannetta for Cal. Borges up against Price. Both pitchers dealing in our first game of the stream session. For Cal, lined into the right field corner. That'll bounce off the wall for a base hit. A loud single for Rafi Furcal. Borges works the count to 2-2. Check swing, strike 3. Bay now. Bouncer into the dirt in front of home plate. Price fires to first. 1-3 the putout. Through 5, scoreless. Nobody's blinking here. Lovely play by Pujols. Flips to Wilson in time. Fold works the count full. Called strike 3. Throws him with a fastball. CJ has everything working today. Including striking out Morneau 3 times in a row. Top of the lineup now for the Angels. Segura strikes out. That's the 6th K for David Price. Make that 7. Trout works the count full. Line drive, left center field. That'll be bouncing on the warning track. First extra base hit of the game, and of course, it's Mike Trout. Angels with a chance to take the lead. Here's Pujols. They're going to intentionally walk him to deal with Calhoun instead. Casey Jansen unavailable after pitching the last 2 games. Getting 7 strong from CJ would be beautiful. Tavio Dotel getting loose just in a pinch. Cole Calhoun to left center field. That one's going to break the game open. Trout will score. Pujols makes it to third. He will round and score. Cole Calhoun, a 2 RBI triple. Should have gone after Pujols. There's Iannetta seeing eye line drive to center field. David Price might have been left in a couple batters too long. At 100 pitches now staring down Rafael for call. Off the end of the bat to left field, that'll fall for a base hit. Trumbo can't get to it in time. And the beat goes on, yeah. Second and third, 2 down. Borges, a chance to break out of the slump. He might. He will. Both runners will score. It's 5-0 Angels. And with that, Octavio Dotel will be sitting down. Kyle Farnsworth into the game to deal with Jason Bay. Bay will take a seat. In comes Alex Gordon to pinch hit as the designated hitter. Strike 3. He swings and misses on a 2-2 pitch. CJ, got to be feeling pretty comfortable right now. That's popped up towards third. Segura calls off Galvis for the first out. 2-2 on the way to Trumbo. And he wears this one. Hit by pitch on Trumbo. Matt Joyce works the count full. High drive deep to right field. Calhoun is going to watch it go. Matt Joyce, 10th home run of the season. Just like that, Octavio Dotel's getting loose again. Rodriguez strikes out. 10 strikeouts for C.J. Wilson. Line shot up the middle. Keppinger's aboard. Wilson, yeah, he's in the pain zone, but let's just focus on Vogt. And let's get Burnett up as well. Stephen Vogt, fly ball to left. Trout comes in. To stretch time we go. With 2 lefties coming up, it'll be Sean Burnett loose in the bullpen for the 8th. Easy play there for catcher Vogt. Trout, the 1-2 on the way. That could be another double. It'll be a single. Mikey, 2 for 4 today. There's Pujols now. First pitch swinging. Grounded to short. Bartlett goes to second. The inning is over. Sean Burnett out of the bullpen for the Angels. Off-speed stuff, devastating that curveball changeup combo. Bartlett. Short grounder. Galvis' throw is on the money for the first out. Pinch hitter here, Ben Zobrist. Full count against Burnett. Bounce it to third. Segura. Oh no! Pujols can't make the play. Throw is off the mark. An error for Segura at third. Morneau. Very high pop-up. Easy play for Galvis. Second out of the inning. Longoria sends this one to left. Trout has a beat on it. Dotil gets loose for the third time today. Tim Collins in to face Calhoun. Ionetta for call. Calhoun broke the game open with a 2-run triple earlier. And he'll float a single into left field. Ionetta first pitch swinging, grounded to third. They're going to go second for one. Throw on to first. In time, a double play around the horn to erase the base. Firage swings and misses. Tavio Dotel, the veteran, coming in for a save here. He pitched fantastically for Anaheim last season. 110 career saves, most of those with Oakland and Pittsburgh. Hang on a second. Who did he have the most saves with? Houston and Oakland. Okay, so I misread. Houston 16, Houston 14. Hasn't converted a save situation yet, though.
Strike 3.
Strikes out Trumbo to lead things off. 3-0 the count on Matt Joyce. Rough pitch sequence there. Rodriguez, the 1-2 on the way from Dotel. Bouncer to third. Cross the diamond, they'll go for the sure out. 2 down. Keppinger. 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Angels win this one 5-2. Fantastic work there from Dotel. And from C.J. Wilson in particular, 10 strikeouts. Well now. SGJ, thank you for the follow. Burley gives up too many runs. Longoria makes an error that Hellickson barely recovers from. And we lose the series to Tampa Bay. Casey Janssen re-ups 2 more years at $4.2 million per with a no-trade clause. He's been fantastic so far this season. Ryu with an uncharacteristically bad day. Okay, maybe the Rays are actually kind of good. And let's get past the Texas series. Okay, we are in a bit of a mini slump to start July. Less than ideal. Texas is catching up. Lynn going to be the next game? Yeah, so we'll do... Oh, no, we're going to play the Ryu start. I wanted to get one game in St. Louis against, or to give Kendrick a chance to say hi to us, and for Rafael Furcal to say hi to the old friends. Ryu getting to bat here. Gordon getting a start as well. Jason Bay playing in right field. Cardinals 51-38. Second in the NL Central. Who's leading that division is the question. Garcia works the leadoff walk. Or, Segura, rather. Gordon with basically a swinging bunt. Erasing Segura.
Strike three.
Strike three called on Trout. Pujols to center field. Nothing doing with that inning. Ryu with runners at the corners up against Jaime Garcia. And the pitcher can hit. The run will score. 2 runs will score. It's a 2-run RBI double for Jaime Garcia. And Segura boots it at short. Ay, ay, ay. Matt Holliday, dangerous man. Popped up. Pujols makes the grab. Okay, what's eating Ryu? Carlos Beltran, full count. Walked him. Let's go to Jason Frazier after this inning.
Strike three.
Pinch hit for the pitcher. Peter Borges high and deep to right center field. That's off the wall. Tough play. That might have gone out in other ballparks. It'll be a leadoff triple for Peter Borges. Garcia was pitching a no-hitter until then. Ay, ay, ay.
Strike three.
Punto tries to fire home, not in time. RBI ground out for Gene Segura on the fielder's choice. Alex Gordon bounces into a sacrifice hit. Segura advances to second. Trout with a tying run at second base. Will ground out to third. Calhoun will remain in the game in right field. Jason Frazier enters the game to pitch. He gets a clean inning of work. Let's go to Downs. Play this inning out because I want to make sure. Fun combination team colors. Red versus red. I know. How could you miss? It was 3 feet in front of you. Jaime Garcia biffs the play on a slow roller, and Pujols is aboard. Iannetta bounce it to short. That could be 2. It is. The error is erased. Juan Francisco into the game to pinch hit. That's what Juan Francisco does. Downs into the game as the new pitcher for the Angels. He gives us a clean inning of work. go to Walden. Jordan Walden gives us a clean inning of work. Closer time, Brad Ziegler into the game. Acquired from the Diamondbacks a couple of days ago. This is his second save opportunity with the Cardinals. Exchange for Trevor Rosenthal and Yoeris Medina. Interesting deal. Diamondbacks selling to the Cards. Let's see how Ziegler does against the top part of this lineup. Easy play there by Punto, one away. Alex Gordon skies this one to first. Easy play there for Holiday. Trout. 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Cardinals win a tight one, 2-1. Fungus. Well, this is turning into a stinker of a July. Can we straighten out the ship, please? All right, we got the All-Star break coming up. And we end the losing streak. Peter Borges out for 4 weeks. Great. All right, we'll call it McAnulty. With that, I think we're forced to put Trout at center field. Let's move Gordon to left. So the Rangers are catching up. More like flopping fish. Take a look at the All-Star Game rosters. Hey, some old friends. Mike Minor over with Cleveland. Ryu getting a nod in his first season in the majors. Casey Janssen gets a nomination. Not in spite of blowing the save. His first, what is it? That is second blown save of the season after Jared Weaver pitches a gem. Thanks, SGJ. I appreciate that. You can hear my mouse. Actually, I know it gets picked up on the microphone. Let's see who else. Albert Pujols. 17 home runs on the season. Miguel Cabrera is starting because, of course, Miguel Cabrera is starting. Mike Trout, 6.5 wins above replacement. 2020 season almost at the All-Star break. Are you kidding me? Felix Hernandez made it to Colorado. Right, I forgot I was commenting on that. Wow, he's doing good. Like, that's unexpected. Are the Rockies doing good? Well, no, but Felix is. Kershaw gets the start. Old friend Kenley Jansen. Anthony Rizzo, love that guy. David Wright, of course, Bryce Harper, the face of the rebooted Flying Purple Baseball Beaters. Just as dangerous as Mr. Trout. Team focus to win now. No kidding! Mike Trout wins the home run derby over Jose Bautista. Ooh. Tall order. Josh Hamilton picks up All-Star MVP. I mean, you could have argued he could have signed with the Angels. Maybe in an alternate universe he does. Not this one. Not mine. Seattle's coming to town. Jared Weaver versus Shelby Miller. Segura with a stolen base. Alex Gordon lines this one to right. Ooh. Segura was thinking of tagging. Victorino, the flying Hawaiian, makes the grab. Trout pops up to left. Carlos Quentin makes the grab. Here's Pujols. Bouncer to short. That ends the inning. Infield is in up against Josh Rutledge. Jared Weaver pitches himself into a sticky spot. There's Betancourt. Back-to-back Ks for Weaver. He might just get out of this. John Jaso, Jingleheimer, Schmidt. Off the end of the bat. Infield single. An RBI infield single after consecutive strikeouts.
Strike three.
You know, some luck like that would be nice.
Strike three.
Way too much swing and miss in this team. Ooh, Seager steals one from Rafael Furcal. Weep. Got it. Paul McAnulty, first at bat of the season. Grounds into a 3-1 putout. Weaver has settled down so far. Miller's cruising. McAnulty with his first hit of the season. Segura, bouncer to short. Could be a tough play. Rutledge makes the grab. Weaver gives us 6 innings of 1-run ball. Let's go to Walden. Righty, lefty, lefty. This calls for Burnett. Chris Iannetta, hard hit to left field. That thing was absolutely tattooed for a leadoff single. That'll bring Freddie Galvis off the bench to pinch run. And Hank Conger off the bat to pinch hit. First pitch is inside. Throw by the catcher is late. Galvis, easy steal there. And a wild pitch kicks away from the catcher. Jaso can't come up with it. Tying runs at third with nobody out. And they're going to walk Conger to deal with Rafael Furcal instead. 0-2 on the way. Bouncer, that'll be a sacrifice. 2 runners aboard now. Do we go with Bay? Wow, I didn't realize Bay was that bad against lefties. Marista, you know what? We're going to roll with Paul McAnulty. Line to short. Come on. Something other than that would have been great. That was the saddest of sacks. We got the runner to third and could not pot him at all. All right, Burnett's in to deal with Jaso. We'll let him go second inning. Deal with the other lefties. A two-run shot by Mike Trout, and the Angels have the lead. What? Gotta love the quick sims. Now Calhoun's aboard. Galvis parks this one into the right field corner. Pitch at his eyeballs will give the Angels a crucial insurance run. Erasmo Ramirez blowing a head gasket here. Sharply hit up the middle. Rutledge is able to retire Conjure. Stick it in hooked on streamer phonics, will ya? Seven pitches for Sean Burnett. Do we go to Jansen? I think we do, because he's got reverse splits. Save Burnett for another day. No, you know what? We're not going to play the intro. I got to actually do something specific for Jansen for the next couple seasons. Casey Jansen. Gordon makes it look easy. Fly ball to left. Gordon can't come up with this one. Michael Saunders aboard. Can't fight the Seager. Bounced to first and booted by Pujols. Come on, guys. Jansen swearing up a storm on the mound. Bounce to third. I'll go across the diamond, secure it to Pujols. Justin Smoke, first pitch swinging. Bounce to first, inning over. Angels steal this one 3-1. Giving me heart palpitations here, guys. Glenn Perkins and Trace Thompson for CJ Crone, who I see has a future in this organization. Eddie McKiernan. That's a no from me, dog. Our swooning July continues. We're 4-11 in the month. Ooh, Jabari Blash, that's a name. I recognize him. Cam Bedrosian, who I have faith on. And Alexi Amarista. Nope. Santiago Casilla. And Trace Thompson for Grichuk. That's untouchable. Grich is a part of this team's future. Michael Roth. No. Got out of the tailspin at least. And Steven Souza Jr. Not seeing it. Oh my goodness, back-to-back wins and a series win. Yay! First time all season. Or all stream session. Diamondbacks want to send Joe Smith for Crone. Smith a pending free agent next season. I mean, a good reliever, but we have enough of these guys. Take a look at the trading block. Jose Contreras is on the block. And I believe he does have a championship to his name. Robinson, cancel. Cancel what? So far, the best players available seem to be pitcher. Oh no, we got Aramis Ramirez. Oh, getting him to lock down third base would be fun. Next year's contract wouldn't, but a lot of blue. Or do we go with Nelson Cruz, the boomstick, who is a pending free agent? All right, Texas. Who do you? Nobody. Oh, so they're in win now mode too. They just don't have a spot for Cruz. That's odd. Are the Brewers? Brewers are in the wild card. Why are they trading away Aramis? Let's get to the trade deadline first before we make any rash decisions. Let's see if we can continue the hot vibes. Lance Lynn versus Neftali Feliz. At the Sky Dome. Alright, Pujols standing at second. Wild pitch probably. Calhoun draws the walk, and you will note... Oh, you're not going to be able to see it. But I do have Anaheim on the jersey, not just Angels. I made sure to update that at least. Iannetta works the walk. Bases loaded, nobody out. For Juan Francisco, how's he going to miss this one up? Double play, that's how. Well, we got the run across. That's the important part. For call? A home run. Just a shame we couldn't see it. Donnie Murphy answers back with a 2-run home run of his own. All right, this is becoming like next to impossible to follow. We're just gonna let this one play out. Gutierrez and Billy Hamilton. I mean, the range is not there. The speed absolutely is. So I'm like intrigued, but for Bedrosian and Amarista. No, don't like it. Try again. Okay, Brad Miller, though. No, the contact isn't there. Amarista and Bedrosian getting a lot of hype. Loss in 10 innings. Colby Rasmus gives up a grand slam off his old friend Jason Frazier. Casey Jansen, 3 runs, none earned. 2 errors in the inning. Ay, ay, ay. 5 errors in that game. Twins want Clevenger and Crone for Roland. Out of that contract, I'm not. Tozawa always comes across as a jerk in this game for some reason. I mean, Tony Watson, pretty good pitcher. I don't think he fits in with the org. I mean, I want to keep Crone. For nothing else than to be a DH. Maybe he can learn left field. I'll put him in the learn new position off-season training. And that's a loss in 12 innings to continue this terrible, terrible month. Seven and 14. And then we come back and win that one 19-5. Just clown shoe 'em. Chris R. Young. 9 earned runs. They used everyone. Ricky Romero, Grant Balfour, Brett Cecil, Darren Oliver, who I think was tomorrow's starting pitcher. And ultimately Brandon Snyder, their backup catcher. So Enrique Hernandez. Ooh. Oh. Hey, Hollywood Ty. Good to see you. Okay, I'm listening. That's a tall order, though. Yensi and Galvis for Enrique Hernandez. That's a no from me, dog. Cole Mentor for Clevin. No, that's terrible. I mean, Brad Miller is interesting, but not with that bat. Phillies want to send Hamill and Sampson. Yeah, not interested in Sampson. Oakland wants to give us Tommy Malone. Kuroda's available from the Yankees. I remember the rule is, the Bork rule is we have to acquire the oldest player who doesn't have a championship. That is actually Jim Thome, not Darren Oliver. We'd have to eat a big contract. He hasn't started. Do we want to give up on Alex Gordon so quick? No, he's putting up a positive war. Is this the deal that moves Cam Bedrosian? Who else could we throw in instead? Who among my players are jerks? Can't trade goes. Let's start with RJ Alvarez. I'm going to have to give up Bedrosian, aren't I? Nope, can't take Halliday too. Shoot. Worth a try. Well, that'll solve our DH issue. And they'll eat half the contract, so that softens the blow for 2014. Actually, let's see if they'll take Crone instead. Alright, if we do Crone plus, that might work. Who do I value more, though? You know what? Relievers are dime a dozen. Welcome to the Anaheim Angels, Jim Thome. With that, McAnulty heads down. Matt Garza for Clevenger and Galvis. Pass on that. I mean, we could also go out and get Darren Oliver, but I'm happy with the starting rotation we've got. Justin Wilson, basically the better version of Cam Bedrosian. Big stuff guy, but you have to wonder if the control is going to develop at age 25. For Clevenger and Galvis, that's a no. Yeah, we're not taking on additional contract at this point. Picked up a win. All right, Blue Jays want to send Bobby Parnell to us for Amarista and McKiernan. The PBABIP worries me. I mean, he's got 22 saves for the Blue Jays. He's been pitching 4 days in a row. What the hell is going on there? No, you're cooking his arm there, Bluebirds. All right, we're 9-14 in July. Let's start the deadline and see what happens. Furbush and Romero for Clevenger. No, that's not how this works. Cameron Lowe for Galvis. Like, guys, Galvis was available on the Rule 5. Any of y'all could have gotten him. Don't come after me because all of a sudden he's on your radar. He's going to be our second baseman next season. You don't get to do this. A-Rod is available. Why is A-Rod available? How bad are the Yankees right now? 8.5 back of the Rays in the wild card. Okay, that would be a very funny acquisition if we go out and get A-Rod. Brewers want to swap Ramirez for Gordon. I mean, that kind of just feels like admitting we made a blunder by acquiring Alex in the first place. No, I am interested. 10-5's it. Okay. Now keep in mind, I also have to fight with my my owner. Marty Areno's gonna be up to his usual tricks during the trade deadline. Dickey doesn't even have his knuckleball, which I find hilarious. White Sox are looking to just completely offload everyone. Hey, old friend Brian LaHare. Oh, he's having a terrible season. Good grief, what happened to him? Haha, the Vernon Wells deal. Moving on from him was absolutely the right call. Excuse me one moment, my phone is ringing. Sorry about that. Phone call from the family. I mean, Aramis Ramirez would be a fun get to help lock down third, but it's not like we're in that much of a rush. Once Borges is back, we don't need to play Juan Francisco anymore. Yeah, there's Marty trying to do his Marty stuff again. A lot of players on the trading block right now. I mean, Yunel Escobar would be a good get just as a general option. Cruz would be the fun choice, though. And that's like right next, the team right behind us. Do we really want to make them better? Rick Porcello and Matt Duffy. That's a good deal. Go to the Padres for Will Venable going to the Bluebirds. Cole Mentor for Piscotti. Chris Davis to the Rays. Oh my. Tampa is going for it. Juris Familia for Deonor Navarro, Tyler Duffy, and Cash. Yankees and Red Sox actually making a trade. Oh, good. The Mariners picked up that Oviedo guy, or sent Oviedo to the Dodgers. Okay, so there's some interesting choices here. I mean, the rotation is pretty solid. Lance Lynn has not pitched that well since coming over, but we can always ARB decline him if he can't turn it around. Bullpen is really, really good. Really, it's third base DH that's the issue. And that's why the A-Rod acquisition would be hilarious. Could always go out and get an Eric Chavez, Calhoun, or Ryu. Right, can't trade goes. Problem is there's too many players available on the trading block. It makes it hard to know who to acquire, you know? I think that was everyone. All right, let's see. I have to keep slapping my owner's hand because he wants to try and acquire Bartolo Colon. $40 years old. He's on a losing streak. Are we sure this is the guy we want to trade away CJ Crone and Amarista for? Hamel and Jonathan Daza. Perdomo for Crone and Amarista. Milton Lopez and Paredes for Amarista and Galvis. No. Sure, just take all my top prospects. Listen to yourself. And I have to keep on top of this because otherwise my owner will do something stupid. Bruce Rondon can't throw. Alright, so if we do get Cologne, how do we handle the rest of the bullpen? I guess we could option Wade down. Move Lynn to bullpen, option Wade. I'd want it to be more than just Bart. Cuddyer's on a long-term deal. Ditto Carlos Lee. Okay, I could get behind a Scott Moore acquisition. Ooh, Marwin Gonzalez is going to be expensive. Yeah, they're not going to move him. Moore, though. Yeah, this I could get behind. Wait. He plays terribly. He's a bench guy. Compare him to Juan Francisco, though. Better eye, better avoid K. Johnny Franks is the better fielder, too. Take a look at AAA, see if they got anyone worthwhile. Justingers Martinez. That's not no. JD already has 20 home runs in the majors. Jonathan VR would be a fun get. Let's see what VR goes for. All right, that's a big nope. I'm talking myself into getting JD Martinez. Do we move on from Clevenger or Calhoun as a result?
Do you think I want this?
No, Clevenger's our one top 100 prospect. I'm gonna regret this.
Don't stop.
So we're gonna option down Wade Davis. Bartolo joins the rotation. I'd rather have Lynn out of the bullpen than Burley. But manager has other thoughts. At least we got a bullpen dude. Or a long guy out of the bullpen. So yeah, we just went out and got like the two oldest guys available on the market. Colon is basically the righty version of Mark Burley, but like Burley we gave like term to. You know what? I think we're just going to option down Lynn instead. Call Davis back up.
This is just a dream.
There, that looks more like it. Anyone else on the geriatrics on parade that we want to acquire? Still wouldn't mind like a... Pedro Strop over to the Braves for Zeke Spruill. Love the name. Scott Rowland, Kepler. Oh, that's a haul. And Colin Ray to the Tigers for Eugenio Suarez. Ooh. Top 50 prospect going from Detroit to Minnesota. Higashioka could be a problem for us if he continues developing for the Rangers. See, the problem is I like the rest of my prospects. Unless we swap catchers. Ryan Webb or Mike Clevenger, that's a no. We gotta call up McAnulty again. Turn off the forced bench on Johnny Franks. Peter Borges cannot get back fast enough. Yeah, I don't think there's any more deals to be made unless something big pops up. Stop trying to trade away our future second baseman. Especially for Fernando Rodriguez Jr. Like, come on, what are we doing here? Marty. Ryan Webb and Jonathan Galvez for Crone. Nope. We have finished our trade deadline shopping. All right. July is behind us. Good riddance. Let's see how the new guy fares. Hyunjin Ryu on the bump. Albert Pujols, line to left, could be trouble. Nope. Steve Pearce makes the grab. Oh, they got the Baltimore notch. Okay. Jim Thome takes second base. Must have been a wild pitch. So the Bork rule is in effect. Gordon standing at second for Trout. And they will intentionally walk him to deal with Pujols instead.
Strike 3.
Who strikes out? That's rare. Ryu cruising so far. For Colin Francisco, both aboard. Segura squares to bunt. That's bunted foul. Chopper up the middle. Could be 2. Will be 2. Gordon with a chance to give the Halos the early lead, or the lead halfway through. Nope. First and second, nobody out for Thome. Jim Thome, little flare the opposite way for a base hit. Bases loaded, nobody out. Our worst nemesis. Grounded up the middle. Hardy to catcher. No double play. Calhoun now. Infield fly. Are we seriously going to Noble Tiger our way out of this? Pathetic. Intentionally walking Trout again, you fools. You're only going to make him stronger. Pujols, high drive to right. It's going to hang in the yard. Adam Jones makes the grab. Scoreless through 6.5. Ryu pitches 7 shutout innings. He'll give way to Jordan Walden. Two aboard for Furcal. Bounce at a first. Taken by Butler. Second and third, 2 down. Sorry, Johnny. I just don't trust you.
Strike 3.
Johnny could have done that too. Ryu's day is done. Jordan Walden into the game, bottom of the 8th. Runners at the corners for Billy Butler. Infield is in to guard against. Okay. Go to second for one. Is that? That's a double play. Walden starts a 1-6-3. Top of the 9th. Scoreless. No team has showered themselves in glory just yet. 11 hits for the Angels, not a single run. Oh, man. I am being turned inside out here. Jansen getting loose in the bullpen for the 9th. They've intentionally walked Trout 3 times today. Hit and run is on. That's going to go foul. 2-2 on the way to Pujols. Fly ball to right. Jones. Misplays it! Oh no! The Angels are going to take the lead. Oh, that's Lou Ford. Angels with a late 1-0 lead. Tommy strikes out on an outside fastball. Blocked by Wieters. Iannetta up the line. That's a fair ball. Here comes the Halos. Oh my God, why did it take all 9 innings for this? A 2-run lead handed over to Casey Jansen. Angels win the pitcher's duel 2-0. Embarrassing. Team left on base 14. Burley picks up a win. Oh. Are we on a burner now? Off to Minnesota we go. Bartolo Colon. I think this is going to be his Angels debut. Yes, it will. Are we sure about Tommy at third? No, we are not. Put Pujols at third. Francisco and Calhoun both getting days off. First and second for guess who? Sacrifice hit. Eugenio playing shortstop. Twins wasting no time in calling up their top acquisition. Pujols lined to Suarez, who drops it. Oh no! Bases loaded, 1 out for Jim Thome. And Jim Thome is going to do what Jim Thome does. Professional hitter. He's figuring it out. 628 career home runs. That's his first with Anaheim. Or he has one with Anaheim. That was not his first. That clearly stayed in the ballpark. Recalled, bouncer to third, no play. Jamie Carroll can't find the handle. Pujols scores. McAnulty. To deep left. Revere makes the grab. Colon gives up a leadoff double. That's fine. Fly ball to left. Gordon barely has to move. 1 away. And then his throw down to third is late. 1-2 on the way. Bauer bounces it. Going to be a tough play for Pujols. Not in time. Infield single, Joe Mauer. 0-1 to Josh Hamilton. Sharply hit to second. Double play. Segura standing at second. All right. Hard hit into left field or into right field. Segura will round third and try to score. Throw by Hamilton. Up the line and not in time. Pujols sneaks that into left field. Throw late. They're going to go to third to bang out Pujols, though. Ricky Nolasco having himself a bad day. Popped up. Credit where credit is due. Cologne has come in and pitched really well. Having a good defense, probably helping matters. Amarista is a regrettable... Uh-oh. Okay, Nolasco still made the cover there. Regrettable loss, but we'll make up for it. Oh dear, Ryan Domet high and deep to right field, and that one is gone. Left him in a little too long there. Jansen's tired, Dotel's tired, so we're going to have to go Davis, Downs, Burnett. Okay, actually, given where we are in the lineup, let's go with Downs earlier. Not a lot of speed on the base paths. Peter Borges, get back soon. Basically, my plan is to keep playing ahead until Borges is healthy, then call him up. Nice play, Pujols, over at third. And with that, we're going to put Downs in. Slow roller to short. Good play, Suarez. Angels still lead by 1. Sean Burnett getting loose in the bullpen. Sharply hit to second, or to short, Segura. Automatic as they come. They go home! But the throw is dropped by Iannetta. We're tied. Ah, fungus. And Burnett delivers us a clean inning. Or gets us out of the inning. Let's get Walden loose. All it took Burnett was 2 pitches. Galvez to short. Segura to third. There we go. And Poole's back to first. Jintomi's day is done. Burnett gives us to stretch or into the 10th. Let's go to Wade Davis next. Okay, Jordan Walden gives us 2 scoreless innings. Rafael Furcal to deep left. Revere makes the grab. Oh, they got Kiermaier too? Well, that's unfair. Go-ahead run at third. Here in the top of the 12th. I'll intentionally walk Bay to deal with Segura instead. 4 for 6 today. Make that 4 for 7. Eugenio Suarez to center. Trout collects it. One away. Kiermaier, the 2-0. And it clanks away from Iannetta. Winning run, 90 feet away for Kiermaier. And they'll finish the intent walk. They want to deal with Span, 2 for 5. Line drive to right, that might be deep enough. Throw home is cut off, and not in time. The Twins walk it off in 12 innings. Blah. Blew a 5-1 lead. Furcal out with a hamstring strain. No! He was so good for us. Galvis draws in. We sweep Boston at home. We're flying now. Trout with a 213 OPS plus. Oh my lord. Already a 2020 season. That's a lot of blue. Like I said, it's the strikeouts. Oh, he's up to a 50 though out of 55. So I think his offseason is going to be strength and conditioning at this point. Peter Borges ready to come off the IL. Spectacular timings, huh? Not going to bother with a rehab stint. Just put him right in. Trout to left. That means Gordon to third base. Jim Thomey's figuring it out as part of our team. Nice to see. I feel like this is a good spot to hang it up for the night. Team's on an upswing. Still got a month and a half of the season to go. Holy smokes. The Braves. They got Chu, Hunter, Freddie Freeman, who they wasted no time in locking up to a contract. Ugla, McCann, Hayward. Chris Stinkin' Medlin has 17 wins. They got Parnell from the Blue Jays. And Mr. Kimbrell as closer. He's nowhere near as dominant as he was last season. Thank goodness. So Atlanta's doing well. The Reds are running hot. Matt the Cat Latos. Hey, Todd Redmond. That's a old familiar name for me. I knew him on the Blue Jays, of course. Good to see Joey Votto's getting himself onto a good Reds team. Old friend Sean Marshall. That's a familiar face. They got Joe Smith from the Diamondbacks. Okay. Motor City Kitties are always going to be a danger with Miguel Cabrera doing Miguel Cabrera things. Jerry Sands coming up and contributing seems fun. Verlander, Scherzer. Yeah, that's a dangerous looking team. They got Happ in the setup role, for Pete's sake. We'll see how long it takes for Prince Fielder to get injured, but so far he's hanging in. $40 million. Oh, but he's done after this year. Interesting. Then there's the Rays. The Rays acquired Ichiro? Oh, it's a free agent. Okay. Looks like he's not doing so hot. And he's announced his retirement at the end of the season. So Zobrist, Longoria, Crush Davis. Only played 7 games with the Rays so far. Trumbo has 20 home runs for them. Yeah, that was a regrettable trade. Oh well. Yeah, sock that away in the regret file. Ibar was a regrettable loss. So far, we haven't been too bad. The Jansen deal so far is doing well. The fact that we traded away Wells and Williams for Capuano and Kennedy was a good deal. Ryu has so far delivered immensely since coming over. Jansen, ditto. Dotel, I like. Galvis is a Rule 5 pick and now taking over as our starting second baseman while we wait for the return of Rafi Furcal. But I think we'll wrap this one up. You'll see me next on Saturday with the end of the Saturday Sovereigns for the 2067 season. Finally wrap that up. That was what I tried to stream last Saturday, but my internet connection said, no, you have better things to do, I guess. Time is precious, folks. I'm grateful you've chosen to spend some of yours with me tonight. I'm going to go call my folks. Firage, take us out.